Okay, very frustrating day for the Bantams yesterday in Williamstown as we came up short. And so these are the clips from the game, not necessarily highlights, but the clips from the game that will show you that we're not able to be there, kind of how the game went. We got off to a good start on the opening drive, took the ball down the field. This was a big play during that first drive. It's 3rd and 8, and we're in our 4 wide set here. And they're going to drop 8. You can see they did a lot of this during this game. And Jordan's going to throw a real good ball here to John Gerard, who makes a great catch over the top of the corner and gets us down into the red zone. And that's kind of the story of the game, actually, is down in the red zone, because in the 3 of our first 4 drives, we drove down the field and got into the red zone. And in all 3 of the drives, we had to kick a field goal. So rather than taking advantage of the way we had moved the ball, we had 9 points at halftime. This is our 2nd drive now. You can see on the scoreboard it's 3-0. Williams has kind of flipped the field a little bit here. And on the 3rd and 7, they're going to blitz us this time. And by blitzing, they leave a one-on-one situation into the boundary here. And once again, Jordan's going to hit Jonathan with a big play to get us out of that area of the field. That was actually the last time that Williams would blitz during the day. A few plays later here, as you cross the 50, running a little play-action pass here. And the reason I put this play on here, it's not a big gain, but this is something that unfortunately we didn't have enough success with during the day. We had 460 yards of offense. Chippy ran the ball really well, and we had some big plays, but we weren't able to be efficient enough with our play action and our underneath game. That's something we're definitely going to have to work on. If we could have had a little bit more success with these kind of plays, I think would have been a different story in the game. Got to give Williams a lot of credit for what they did defensively. They really stacked the box. You can see they played a lot of what we call Hartford front, making it difficult to run the ball inside with a lot of 8-man drop. Guys on the 2nd level. It's not a defense that gets after the quarterback very much, but it's a defense that makes it tough to find run gaps in, and you have to be efficient with your passing game, which we unfortunately were not. Here you can see this is just an example of what they were doing defensively, a lot of, and this is a 3rd down play, and we do manage to make the 1st down, but it was real tough sledding in there against that front all day. That led, again, to getting down inside the red zone and settling for a field goal. Eric kicked 3 field goals in the first half, and this one right here broke the school record for a career. He now has 26 career field goals, and he did a great job for us on Saturday. Defensively, we were on our heels a little bit early in the game. I think the guys were very excited about playing Williams, and we didn't play our best early. We played very well in the 2nd half defensively, except for a couple of big plays. But here is Williams' first touchdown. We're actually going to rotate our coverage here, and both of our safeties do a very poor job. Samir comes down too far and isn't able to carry, and Chandler doesn't rotate enough into the middle of the field, and their quarterback makes a good throw up high to the receiver for the first touchdown of the game. And unfortunately, I was a little bit worried about this because we hadn't been challenged down the field the first 2 weeks. We were able to get some pressure on the quarterback, but they got rid of the ball very quickly, and we didn't do a great job with our coverage on some of these plays, as you'll see. All right. So that put them up 7-6. A kick return team did a great job here after that touchdown. We had seen something on film where they had really squeezed into the boundary, and so we wanted to bring a field return, and it was very well executed by our guys here. Really good blocks up front. You can see that we've got a lot of their players pinned to this side. Excellent block here by Matt McCarthy. Really good kick out here by Will Denker. Brian Casagran does a nice job. He had the toughest block on this scheme right here, right at the point of attack. And you can see he does a great job of moving his feet. And then Matt Laporta is able to pick up their fold player. And Colin Bellier is a really good kick returner. He understands kick returns all about hitting it fast and hitting it with speed, and you just can't really dilly-dally around on that. And that got us out across the 50. Big answer for us there. Got down and got us into field goal territory again. Big third down stop here late in the second quarter. You know, I thought defensively our guys did a good job of handling some different formations and a lot of checks. You can see here Williams does a lot of checks at the line of scrimmage, so we were doing a lot of changing of our defense, and I thought our guys handled it really well. Here we run a little line stunt, just trying to get the quarterback off his center here. Run a little line stunt with Jimmy Cristiano and Corey Jean-Jacques, trying to get some pressure right up the middle. Good zone coverage by the linebackers. That forced a short punt, which got us good field position. And here on a third down play, you know, Jordan reads the rotations of the safeties here, and he's going to find Kobe Schofer in the seam for a big gain. Our offensive line did a really good job. You know, like I said, Williams didn't blitz very much. They played a lot of coverage, and our offensive line really kept a good pocket for Jordan throughout the day. Well thrown ball here. Again, unfortunately, the theme of the day here was not finishing the drive. We ended up with a field goal. So now we're going to halftime up 9-7. You know, feeling pretty good about the way we had controlled the game. We just hadn't put it in the end zone, but we thought we'd come out and do a better job of that in the second half, and unfortunately, this was the beginning of the second half. Williams comes out and runs a play-action pass, and their best receiver is going to stack our corner here and get above us. Something that we had worked hard on during the week is not letting this kid get above us on this route, and unfortunately, we didn't execute right here. And this ended up being the theme of the day for us. Other than us failing in the red zone, giving up big pass plays in the secondary really came back to haunt us. That led to them going up 14-9. Big stop right here by our guys up front. On a 3rd and inches, they went for a quarterback sneak, and our D-line does a great job of stopping the drive here, forcing a punt. We actually get beat here on a very similar play to the one we just watched, and this was kind of the dagger. And really not a play we should be getting beat on. They're going on a jet sweep, and our corner should be getting off the ball here, and our safeties should be rotating, and you're going to see that our young corner kind of comes towards the line instead of backs away from the line on the tight split. And then our safety, rather than rotating with some depth, rotates very flat. And we get this is not the position that we should be in this defense, and Williams takes advantage. Really should not have been a hard play for us to make there, but unfortunately we didn't get it done on this day. Good down the field throw here, little play action pass. Brian Vieira, who was back healthy for the first time all year, makes a little double move on their field corner. Jordan puts a real good ball right in Brian's hands. Unfortunately, we weren't able to take it into the end zone, and as had been happening to us all day, we're down inside the 10, and we failed to finish the drive. The thing I was most proud of, though, about our team is despite being down 2 scores, our guys never gave up. We actually played better defensively when we got down 2 scores, forced Williams into a bunch of 3-and-outs. Here we're, backed up in our own red zone and kind of selling out here on a blitz, and the guys execute it really well. This was a 4th down play, ending that drive for Williams there. Good job by Devin Perkins. Another situation here, you can see the clock. We're down very little time left here in the 4th quarter, down 2 scores, so we're blitzing and trying to force the action. And again, this is the kind of day it was for us up in Williamstown. Great play by linebacker Will Danker here, breaking on this short route. The ball pops up in the air, and for a second there, I thought we were going to get a pick 6 and get right back in the game, but unfortunately the ball lands on the ground. Similar type thing here late in the 4th quarter. Jake Martellotti, we're in the bear front bringing some pressure, and Jake Martellotti gets his hand on the football, knocks it out of the quarterback's hands, but it bounces right back into his lap. So this was our 4th trip into the red zone, and we've got a 3rd down play here, and we're going to try to run a bootleg. All day they had been crashing their end, and on this particular bootleg, their end sticks his nose outside and kind of gets some pressure on us, and unfortunately we make an ill-advised throw here across our body, and end that scoring drive. But our guys are still battling here. There's a couple minutes left in the game. We're down 2 scores. We see the jet sweep coming, and Dago kind of blitzes the jet sweep, does a great job of avoiding the block, tackle for a loss. We use our last time out there. This is our 3rd time out. Stop the clock, get the ball back. And here we go, first play after that. Tackle. Nice dig to Jonathan on the boundary. Our guys hustle and get on the ball. Catch Williams with a few extra guys on the field here, so there's a flag. In the meantime, Jordan hits Kobe right down the seam, and Kobe makes their safety miss a tackle. And for a second here, I thought this was going to be one of those Trinity Williams games that we've had in the past, where we score late, recover the onside kick, and win in some miracle fashion. But it wasn't to be this day. We weren't able to recover the onside kick, and Williams beat us 21-16. So frustrating day. A lot of things that we've got to get better on both sides of the ball. I thought our special teams played very well, and we got a lot of work cut out for us as we will travel up to Hamilton this weekend. Hamilton beat Wesleyan at Wesleyan this past week, and they're playing really well. Watching the film, I was very impressed with the way they played in that game. So we'll be excited to bounce back and get on the field for that one.